This video is to the Human Rights Commission of Canada. I'm Michele Tittler from the political organization End Race-Based Law. And I've been in the thick of Idle No More since its inception. And I've been bombarded with the most racist abuse and hate speech that I've ever in all my life seen, heard. I didn't even know that people talk like that. I have mountains and mountains of it I've kept. There was a lot I didn't keep in the beginning because I was just too inundated. They came by the thousands and attacked with the most horrible racist hate speech. Like I said, I didn't know people talk like that. I didn't know that that went on in this country. I really didn't, because the rest of us certainly don't speak like that and are not allowed to speak like that. And even in addressing this issue with them, when I have said this is racist bullying, they went ballistic about how it was hate speech, and they have done nothing but threaten me because they know that they've got, the government and the laws on their side, and they really have become incredible bullies. I was bullied, we were all bullied to such a great extent. It was literally life-threatening. They threatened our lives. They threatened gang rape. I have all the proof of it. I've had the police at my house twice about this. They have been watching what's been going on. We had a lot of people from across Canada who got involved in Idle No More, who took a lot of screenshots. I mean, it's been staggering racism and hate speech, staggering. And nothing that we are able to say in any way, shape, or form, whether it's logical about the laws or just people coming together and trying to work things through. They called everybody a racist. Everybody a racist. They attacked people on Sun News Network like crazy. They literally came in gangs and attacked people, personally attacked them. They stole photos of them on Facebook and created fake profiles. They created so many fake profiles of me all over the internet. They literally filled the internet with stuff about me. It was incredible how they attacked me. It's pretty clear that our politicians and everybody in this country has been subjugated to this, having to acquiesce to them, because I can see how they are fantastically organized with this hate speech, and it's racism. They got on the internet and told every single one of us, and there were thousands of us who were talking on Sun News Network about these issues, to go home from where we came from, that this was their land. Apparently in Manitoba, they have, and maybe elsewhere, I don't know, we need to find this out, they have bumper stickers that say, go home, get to work, whitey. But they told all of us to go home, that this is their land, over and over and over again. That is a form of terrorism, let alone hate speech. That's terrorizing people who think they're landowners here, whose parents are buried here or ancestors are buried here. Many people have been here for generations and generations. I mean, this is their home. They're not going anywhere, neither are their kids. We really do have to work this out for the future. And it's always the Aboriginals in negotiations all across the country with our government, and never us. We don't have a voice. And they're allowed to have this hate speech that is so vile. I mean, it's literally unbridled racism. It's the kind of dialogue and narrative no one else in North America would ever be allowed to get away with saying, anywhere. And they're so entitled that this stuff just spews out of them by the thousands and thousands and thousands. They all talk like that, and they get raised with that kind of thinking. We have to make that a hate crime. That is a hate crime to do to hardworking, innocent Canadian taxpayers. To just terrorize them like that. I mean, look what they're doing in Caledonia. When is any of this stuff hate speech from them? When do the laws apply to them? They keep using our laws to get everything they want, but then they cry cultural genocide. That has to be a hate speech thing too. They tell everybody that we're committing genocide against them. I personally feel very offended by that kind of hate speech, that they would accuse me of genocide. That I actually get accused of that personally. I have proof of it. They use that word all over the place. That's their new buzzword. It's gone way too far for way too long. And the kind of hate and abuse was diseased. We got the most abusive wording I've ever read in all my life. I mean, I was in shock. It was staggering. It was frightening. It was sickening. And it's just wide open racism, wide open bullying, wide open get off our land, whitey, or get to work, or, you're paying rent here, that kind of thing. Like, somebody has to stick up for us in this way too. We're the unheard voices in this, and we didn't do anything to them, and this is terrible, terrible verbiage to say to people, and no one's allowed to say anything to them. We're not even allowed to say, stop talking to us that way. And that's what I did. I only ever said, you have to be accountable for this bullying and racism. And that just made them go ballistic. They think they're going to shut me down in every way, and they have indeed threatened me in every way. They posted my aging parents' address on the internet and encouraged everyone to go harass my parents, their phone number too. And they posted my children's pictures, and they stole my dance videos and reposted them to YouTube just so they could abuse me. It was disgusting abuse and racism. And we have to deal with this problem. We either have values in this country with regards to racism and hate speech, or we don't. And the time at which it should apply the most is in this one. We don't just give special rights to one race to be able to abuse every other race in this country. We don't do that here in Canada. We have to stop this. Please help the Canadian citizenship not have to endure this kind of abuse anymore. There are so many stories I have of people who live near reserves and the way the Aboriginals just drive around and threaten them with guns. And one of our friends got threatened that his wife and daughter were going to be raped. I spoke to him on the phone. Real stuff is happening. You have to help us.